iba kundi ang Coca-Cola Corporation. Let's watch this.
The Coca-Cola Company American Corporation, founded in 1892, today engaged firmly in the manufacture and sale of syrup and concentrate for Coca-Cola, a sweetened carbonate beverage and its cultural institution in the United States and global. Symbol of American taste, with more than 2,800 products available for 200 countries. Coca-Cola is the largest beverage manufacturer and distributor in the world and one of the largest corporations in the United States. Headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. In 1899, the Coca-Cola Corporation signed its first agreement with an independent bottling company, which was allowed to buy syrup, produce, bottle, and distribution the Coca-Cola drink, such as license agreement, form the basis unique distribution system that characterized most of the American soft drink industry. In 1978, Coca-Cola became the only company allowed to sell cold packaged beverage in the People Republic of China. In 1982, the company introduced its low-calorie, sugar-free soft drinks, Diet Coke, original name Diet Coca-Cola. In an effort to address this line in market share, the company adopted a new flavor of Coca-Cola in April 1985, using a formula developed through taste test.
This is the organizational structure of Coca-Cola Corporation. According to the Coca-Cola Corporation, the executive leadership team's goals are to continue building a culture of success, their transformation, and supports growth worldwide. Quincy also played a key role in his creation of Coca-Cola European Partners, one of the largest independent Coca-Cola bottlers in the world. Quincy served as the president of the Northwest Europe and Nordics Business Unit from 2008 to 2012. This role included the acquisition of Innocent Juice in 2009.
I'm Alexis B. Baruhabo, and now I am introducing to you the system rules of Coca-Cola Corporation. The first system rules of Coca-Cola is social media. Employees should not share on social media in any work, contact details, personal information, or anything that is deemed confidential or not already public knowledge. If in doubt, don't share, and also employees can be subject to disciplinary action up to including dismissal if personal use of social media during working time is excessive or unreasonable, or comments, image on social media damage of Coca-Cola directly or indirectly. Second, system rules of Coca-Cola is anti-corruption. They conduct a business practices in accordance with the law in a honest and ethical manner, with zero tolerance for bribery, rejecting, and fighting any act of corruption. The system rules of Coca-Cola is the buying policy. The buying policy sets out the process which employees must follow when purchasing goods and services. Coca-Cola buying policy is in place to protect the company's employees, suppliers, and customers, and to ensure that Coca-Cola receives the optimal value when purchasing goods and services. The fourth of system rules of Coca-Cola is the anti-harassment policy. This policy describes the standard, criteria, and responsibilities relating to bullying and harassment in the workplace. The fifth system rules of Coca-Cola is quality and food safety policy. At Coca-Cola, they believe our customers and consumers deserve only perfect and safe products. They are passionate about making all our products perfectly so that the consumer of Coca-Cola can enjoy delicious beverage safe in the knowledge that they are made to the highest standards. Sixth of system rules of Coca-Cola is the human rights policy. Coca-Cola and those working with it must respect human rights and comply with the human rights principles, the suppliers guiding principles, and the sustainable agriculture guiding principles. By committing to engage with stakeholders in those communities in which Coca-Cola operates, it recognizes its impact on them and ensure to be listening, to learning from, and taking into account their views as Coca-Cola conducts its business. Human rights are fundamental to the sustainability of Coca-Cola and the communities in which it operates. 7. System rules of Coca-Cola is inclusion and diversity policy. This policy describes the standards, criteria, and responsibilities relating to inclusion, diversity, and equality in the workplace. They aim to be an organization where people they belong and where inclusive culture drives innovation and performance and creating a trusted and successful business that our colleagues, customers, and communities admire and support. The eighth of system rules of Coca-Cola is health, safety, and mental well-being policy. At Coca-Cola, they believe all injuries are preventable and that no task is so important that it can be done safely. This underpins their belief that everyone has the right to go home safely and together they make it happen. The physical and mental health, safety, and well-being, all of those who work for and with us is the paramount. Everyone of Coca-Cola is responsible for fostering and a culture in which people recognize and respect the physical and mental well-being of their colleagues. As one of system rules of Coca-Cola is the competition policy. The competition law in European in all our territories aims to ensuring business do not behave anti-competitively and create a fair playing field for businesses. Employees should follow the European Competition Law Handbook, which explains how to operate the boundaries of competition law, gives the framework to maximize the commercial opportunities within the law, and set out how to detect and deal with the anti-competitive conduct.
Good day everyone, I'm Hannah Sardano and I will be presenting the ethical standards of the Coca-Cola Company. Aside from discussing their ethical standards, I will also include their unethical practices so that we can learn from them. The Coca-Cola Company is known to be the largest beverage company in the world, which is why it has also been the subject of systemic criticism. Let's proceed to their number one ethical standard, integrity. Ang integridad ang pinakamahalagang sangkap ng Coca-Cola Company sa kanilang tagumpay bilang isang kilalang brand sa buong mundo. Ito ang nagpapatibay ng kanilang reputasyon. Ang mga bumubuo ng Coca-Cola Company ay dapat na sumunod sa mga moral principles ng kumpanya, tulad ng honesty, accountability, reliability, respect, flexibility, at trustworthiness. Next is to uphold the law. Laws and regulations can vary widely from country to country. Dahil nagsimula sa Amerika ang Coca-Cola Company, ang mga regulasyon ng mga empleyado ay nakabatay sa patakaran ng Amerika. At dahil ang Coca-Cola ay nag-ooperate sa higit 200 bansa, importanteng alam ng bawat isa sa kumpanya ang mga batas at regulasyon na related sa bawat bansang kanilang pinagtatrabahuan. Dahil nakakaapekto ng mga local customs sa code at sa batas ng kumpanya. Your right as an employee. While they expect you to follow their code, they also recognize your rights as a company employee. For example, you have the right to speak publicly about matters of public concerns or to participate in certain activities related to the terms and conditions of your employment, including discussions about your wages, hours, working conditions, health hazards, and safety issues. Pero alam niyo ba na nagkaroon din ng unethical practices about human rights ang Coca-Cola Company? Ito ay ang racism. Noong 1999, sinampahan sila ng racial bias lawsuit kung saan ang mga black employees ay nakaplaster sa may pinakamababang pay scale. Pangalawa ay ang racial discrimination lawsuit noong 2012. Minority employees suffer from racial discrimination, biased work assignments, biased allotment of hours, unfair discipline, and a caustic environment. And their course of action was to pay $192.5 million to settle the lawsuit. And they issued a statement saying that they will conduct a thorough investigation and pledge to continue investigating the racial discrimination issue. Next is the environmental, social, and governance initiative. These initiatives are interconnected. Their efforts to combat climate change are closely tied to sustainable packaging, increasing water security, and sustainable agriculture. They focus on areas where they can have measurable positive impact on the communities they serve around the world. This includes investments in economic empowerment, diversity, equity and inclusion, and community giving. And they have seen meaningful progress. For example, since 2010, the Global Water Sanitation and Hygiene Program have reached 18.5 million people, and they claim that they reached the 2020 climate goal and accelerated their effort the 2030 science-based project. On the other hand, the 2021 report about climate change, the Coca-Cola Company, as the largest beverage company, is also the world's biggest contributor to plastic bottle pollution. They also cause an increase in water shortage in some communities and water contamination, which is why they face multiple lawsuits from various issues. Another trivia is that in the 1880s, people are relying on home remedies because of the backlash against doctors. Lots of entrepreneurs found this opportunity to create products that claim to have medical benefits. The name Coca-Cola refers to two main ingredients, the cola nut, which contain caffeine, and the coca, which is cocaine. They just added an excessive amount of sugar to combat bitterness. Eventually, in 1929, they removed the cocaine from the drink to avoid the lawsuit and continue dominating the business around the world. And lastly, sustainability. As a total beverage company, they continue providing consumers with a wide range of choices, like drinks with less added sugar to the new improved formulations of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. The Coca-Cola Company's 135 years of existence globally is phenomenal. Through the century, the company faced lots of criticism and lawsuits. But why is it still standing? It is because they continue to improve, be accountable for any circumstances, and quickly address our fast-changing world.
The type of business of Coca-Cola is conglomerate. Coca-Cola, the mega conglomerate of American capitalism with humble beginnings as a drink containing cocaine. Since 1886, Coca-Cola has operated through the change in the US and eventually the world. Since going public, it has been time-honored divide play with decades of strong financial growth. The Coca-Cola Company and its subsidiaries only produce syrup concentrate, which is then sold to various bottles throughout the world who hold a local Coca-Cola franchise. Coca-Cola bottlers who hold territorial exclusive contracts with the company produce the finished product in cans and bottles from the concentrate in combination with filtered water and sweeteners. The bottlers then sell, distribute, and merchandise the Coca-Cola product to retail store, vending machine, and restaurants and food service distributors.
Ngayon, dumako na tayo sa SWOT analysis ng Coca-Cola Corporation. Ang unang kalakasan ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang established brand. Ang Coca-Cola ay kilala at sikat sa buong mundo dahil sa brand na kanilang ginamit upang makatulong na mas lalong lumago ang kanilang korporasyon at magkaroon ng iba't ibang uri ng inumin at subsidiaries na meron ng kanilang corporation. Ang pangalawa naman ay ang dominant market share. Ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay may malaking porsyento ng share sa soft drink industry market, kaya isa ito sa naging kalakasan nila. Ang pangatlo naman ay ang Greatest Brand Association. Imbis na mag-focus ang Coca-Cola Corporation sa kanilang produkto, ay mas naging focus sila at ipinahiwatig nila ang lifestyle, emotion, at association ng brand nila para mas maantig ang kanilang mga consumers. At hindi lang ito, sinigurado din nila na maiintindihan ng bawat isa na may iba't ibang lengguwahe at tradisyon ang kanilang brand o mismong corporation. Ang pang-apat naman ay ang customer's loyalty. Bilang isa ako sa bumibili o consumer ng produkto ng Coca-Cola Corporation, ay masasabi akong loyal ako sa kanilang produkto dahil sa kasanayan at kahusayan sa paggawa at ang lasa na meron ng kanilang produkto na hindi ko mahanap sa ibang beverage corporations. At hindi lang iyon, sumasabay din sila sa new trends o nakapag-innovate sila na mabilis, dahil sa pabago-bago ng taste and preference ng mga tao sa kasalukuyan. Ang panglima naman ay ang sophisticated marketing mix models. Ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay gumamit ng 4 P's of marketing mix model at ito ay ang price, place, promotion at product na nakatulong upang mas lalo pang lumago ang kanilang corporation. Ang panghuli at ang pang-anim sa strength ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang strong marketing and advertising. Ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay gumamit ng technology kung saan ay mas naging advanced sila sa kanilang competitors dahil na i-advertise nila ang kanilang mga products through social media, TV at iba pa. At mas lalo naging kilala ang Coca-Cola Corporation dahil sa mga collaboration nila sa kanilang ginawang advertisement. Kumuha sila ng mga artists na magagamit nila to advertise their products through social media, TV at iba pa. Ngayon naman ay dumako na tayo sa weaknesses ng Coca-Cola Corporation. Ang unang weakness ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang strong existing competitors. Ang isa sa strong existing competitors ng Coca-Cola ay walang iba kundi ang Pepsi Corporation. Ang Pepsi Corporation ay kilala na isa ring sikat na beverage company or corporation sa buong mundo. Sumasabay din sila sa new trends at nakapag-innovate din sila ng mga new products para sa kanilang corporation. Ang pangalawa naman ay ang government taxes. Isa sa kahinaan ng Coca-Cola Corporation ang government taxes dahil sa dumarami din ang factories, branches at employees ng Coca-Cola Corporation at ganun din na lumalaki din ang kanilang binabayarang government taxes. Ang binabayaran nilang taxes ay ang corporate income taxes, employment taxes, at ang sales and property taxes sa higit na 200 bansa sa buong mundo. Ang pangatlo naman ay ang health and well-being concern. Ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay pure beverage products na kung saan maraming tao nagkaroon ng health concern dahil sa ingredients na nilalaman ng kanilang produkto. Maaaring may makuwang sakit na katulad na lamang ng high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, at obesity kung patuloy o regular ang pag-inom ng kanilang products katulad na lamang ng Coke. Ang panghuli at ang pang-apat sa weaknesses ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang reliance on carbonated drinks. Ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay pure beverage products na kung saan hindi pa sila nakakapag-innovate o nakakabenta ng mga food products na maliban sa mga iba't ibang uri ng inumin na kanilang binibenta. Unlike sa Pepsi Corporation, nakakabenta sila ng iba't ibang uri ng snacks na maliban pa sa kanilang mga beverage products. Ngayon naman, ang opportunities na meron ang Coca-Cola Corporation. Ang unang opportunity na meron ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang growth in beverage consumption. Sa patuloy na pag-unlad ng corporation na ito, ay patuloy ding lumalawak ang kanilang beverage subsidiaries na kung saan tumataas ang kanilang sales sa higit na 200 bansa sa buong mundo na mayroon ng kanilang corporation. Ang pangalawa naman ay ang innovation of new products and reducing a highly contained sugar sa kanilang produkto. Isa sa opportunity ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang pag-innovate at ang pagbawas ng mataas na ingredients sa kanilang produkto. At kung patuloy din sila makapag-innovate at makakapag-produce ng mga new products, lalo na ang food products, ay patuloy na tataas ang kanilang sales, maaaring dumami rin ang kanilang mga consumers sa patuloy na pag-i-innovate ng mga new products sa kanilang corporation. Ang pangatlo naman ay ang quick adoption of fast-changing environment. Sa patuloy na mabilis na maka-adapt ang Coca-Cola Corporation sa taste at preference ng mga tao, ay patuloy din silang kakatangkilikan at mananatiling matatag ang kanilang corporation. Ang panghuli naman ay ang advanced supply chain system. Sa patuloy na pagtaas ng gasolina at transportasyon, ang Coca-Cola Corporation ay ganap na umaasa sa supply chain system nito. Ang pagkakaroon ng advance at pag-improve sa supply chain system nito ay makakatulong upang mabawasan ang gastusin sa gasolina at transportasyon ng kanilang mga produkto. At dumako na tayo sa huli at ito ay ang threats sa Coca-Cola Corporation. Ang unang threat sa Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang greatest competitors. Alam naman natin na nanatiling matatag at kilala ang Pepsi Corporation sa iba't ibang bansa kung saan ito ay nananatili ding kanilang greatest competitor. Maliban dito, marami ding other beverage corporations ang kinakalaban o ang competitors ng Coca-Cola Corporation. Ang pangalawa naman ay ang controversies. Isa din sa naging threats ng Coca-Cola Corporation ang controversies o issues na kinakaharap nila mula noon hanggang ngayon, sapagkat patuloy na lumalaganap ang mga balita tungkol sa controversies o lawsuits na kinakaharap nila tungkol sa mga allegations sa water management at pati na rin sa health concerns na binabato sa kanila ng kanilang mga consumers. Kung patuloy na lumalaganap ang mga balita tungkol sa controversies o issues na kinakaharap ng Coca-Cola Corporation, ay patuloy din sila mababawasan ng loyal customers na nagpo-purchase ng kanilang mga products. Ang pangatlo naman ay ang rising health awareness. Maraming tao ang regular na umiinom ng Coke at patuloy na bumibili ng Coke na may highly contained sugar kung saan maaari magdulot ng sakit na diabetes sa maraming consumers ng Coca-Cola Corporation. Sa patuloy na pagtaas ng mga taong nagkakasakit sa regular na pag-inom ng Coke, ay maaaring makaapekto ito sa kanilang korporasyon at maaaring magdulot din ito ng malaking controversies o issues na kakaharapin na naman nila. At ang pang-apat at ang panghuli sa threats ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay ang economic recession or inflation. Sa bawat bansa na sinusuplayan ng Coca-Cola Corporation ay mayroong kinakaharap na inflation, katulad na lamang ng Pilipinas, kung saan patuloy ang tumataas ang inflation rate na maaaring makaapekto sa presyo ng kanilang produkto.
These are the corporate governance of the Coca-Cola Company. Board mission and director responsibilities. The board is elected by the share owners to oversee their interests in the long-term health and the overall success of the business and its financial strength. The core responsibility of the directors is to exercise their business judgment, to act in what they reasonably believe to be in the best interest of the company and its share owners, in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations. While the board protects the assets, financial and other internal controls, and the company's compliance with the laws and regulation and proper governance. Number 2. Board leadership. The board yearly elects one of its members to serve as the chairman of the board. The chairman shall preside at all meetings of the board and the share owners, and shall perform duties and exercise such powers as prescribed by the laws. Kung ang naitalaga naman ng chairman of the board ay ang CEO o ito ay hindi independent, kailangan tulungan ito ng lead independent director para masiguro na natawag ang leadership. Number 3. Director orientation and continuing education. All new directors must participate in the company's orientation program and are encouraged to participate in continuing education. The orientation will include presentations by senior management to familiarize themselves with the company's business strategic plans, its financial, accounting, and risk management issues, compliance program, and many more. Dahil patuloy na edukasyon patungkol sa kumpanya ay makatutulong sa patuloy nitong pag-unlad. Number 4. Annual performance evaluation of the chair of the board and the chief executive officer. To ensure that the chairman of the board and the chief executive officer are providing the best leadership for the company, the board will annually evaluate the chairman of the board's and the chief executive officer's performance in an executive session of non-management directors led by the lead independent director. Number 5. Annual board performance evaluation. The board of directors will conduct an annual self-evaluation to determine whether the board and its committees are functioning effectively. The assessment will focus on the board's contribution to the company and specifically focus on areas in which the board of management believes that the board or any of its committee could improve. Number 6. Director compensation. The form and amount of director compensation shall be determined by the Committee on Directors in Corporate Governance and then recommended to the full board for action in accordance with the committee charter. And they shall take into consideration the responsibilities, fees, and other forms of compensation being paid by other corporations. Last but not least, board interaction with outside interested parties. The board believes that management speaks for the company. From time to time, at the request of management, individual board members may meet with various constituencies that are involved with the company.
My name is Jessa Arroyo, and I'll be discussing you the corporate business model of Coca-Cola Corporation. So, business to business, when it comes to business, Coca-Cola sells beverage, concentrate, and marketing services to dozens of franchise bottlers around the world. They also sell bulk quantities of finished goods to customers like grocery store chains, cinemas, food service operators, and caterers. Also classic transactions between business, hence business to business. So the next is business to consumer transaction. Coca-Cola markets their beverage directly to consumers via a broad range of tactics, including advertising, sponsorship, and promotional events. The company also owns and operates thousands of vending machines that sell individual packages directly to individual business to customer transactions. So let's now proceed to best business model for development. Their best business model for development is diversification, wherein strengthen your company's current business by enhancing either its capabilities or its value propositions. This is what the Coca-Cola is doing right now, and it has done so highly successfully over the last 50 years. Coca-Cola is a classic example of how to do diversification with a standing commitment to exploring new ideas and growing product diversity that even in a world when people are so virulently anti-sugar and Coca-Cola brand is still largely adored. With that, Coca-Cola is very successfully diversified the offerings of their product because Coca-Cola has several bottled water brands like energy drinks, juices, sports drinks, teas, and vitamin water. Alright, so the next best business model for development of Coca-Cola is innovation. So Coca-Cola Creations will introduce new products and experiences across physical and digital worlds. Like for example, Coca-Cola will be releasing new products, but this time, it's not beverages at all. They will be releasing snacks using their own brand just to help their company to be more profitable and be aligned with with their competitors. Innovation can make Coca-Cola relevant for the current generation and the generation to come and can drive sales growth. Coca-Cola is very helping to drive growth while achieving our purpose as a company to refresh the world and make a difference.